We must preserve a future and.
Sweetheart, no! No. No. No! I hope chat works this time, because last time I couldn't read it through the dashboard.
Can I have a link to your stream?
Oh yeah, right, sorry.
No, it was Melt Stream you banned me from.
Yeah. Also, if you want, tell me if my audio balancing is good. You're probably quieter than the music, which isn't ideal. Let me turn it down. Turn you up.
Yes, I am very quiet.
How about now?
Better, much better.
Okay.
What song is this?
Do You Recall by Lake. Okay. Need to tweet
Is that
out.
Comic Sans?
It is. Scaled up by Nearest Neighbor. I think I'm just gonna do something simple this time. To my white transition.
I'm gonna mute the stream so I'm not hearing you twice.
I mean, yeah, I thought you were going to. So I'm just gonna do
Ooh,
a simple.
Nice wipe.
Thank you. It's very fancy.
Mm.
I'm gonna do a simple nature illustration.
We should throw a bunch of hogs.
In nature?
Yeah.
I can do that.
Hogs
Wait.
Wild, roaming free.
What kind of hogs are you implying?
That is entirely up to you, sweetheart. I think we have one viewer at the moment, and it is our girlfriend.
It might also just be me or you.
Well, Sybil said in chat, I'm gay, so...
Oh, okay. Hi, Sybil, I love you.
Hi, Sybil, I love you. The French white need to know if I can call Macron a weak-ass frog or not.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, wait, Chrono Trigger. I played like 30 minutes of Chrono Trigger, and I couldn't figure out what flags I needed to trip to advance through the introduction, so I gave up. It's hard to keep my head near the microphone while I'm working.
I've elected to do the rest of the stream in a Kermit the Frog impression.
Oh, okay. If you say so, I support you.
Thank you, honey.
Of course, sweetheart.
I'm gonna Google some Jordan Peterson quotes to do in this voice. You were joined today by famous Canadian transphobe Jordan B. Peterson. The first lobster to invent fire, probably pretty popular with the ladies. Jordan Peterson wiki quote. Jordan Peterson, born June 12th, 1962, is a clinical, I read that as cynical for a second, clinical psychologist and professor of psychology at the University of Toronto. He's the author of Maps and Meaning, The Architecture of Belief. They've attributed a quote to the Jordan Peterson B. Peterson podcast.
Jordan Peterson B. Peterson?
Jordan Peterson B. Peterson.
Okay.
I'll send you a little snippy doodad. Um, Dick Sword, or Piss Corp rather. There you go.
Drawing a little stream. Is the pencil very visible? It's not.
No.
I'll turn up the contrast. Maybe that'll help. That looks bad. Never mind. Maybe I can just move the light away. Or closer? I'm never sure. It's hard to manage the exposure on the lamp. Almost fell over. Okay. It's precariously balanced because it's holding the camera in place. I'm a professional. That's good enough. So how has your day been?
Uneventful. I checked on when your T-shirt was gonna arrive, and it didn't have any information because the government doesn't work.
Yeah, it's strange how that's actually currently happening right now.
Isn't it?
Boy, current events sure are wild.
Politics.
When you started doing that Jordan Peterson impression, I was going to joke that this stream is apolitical.
It's a politically charged stream.
I mean, you did start it off the way you did.
Yeah.
That was a thing you decided to do.
I thought I would just get you banned from Twitch so that you could pay more attention to me.
Sweetie, if you want more attention, you just have to ask. I just figure you don't want it too much.
You should play some Fever the Ghost on this.
It'll probably get muted.
Yeah.
Last time I streamed, I played the SimCity 3000 soundtrack and that got copyright claimed.
But Lake doesn't?
Yeah, Lake is very, very small and are probably fine with it anyways.
I think you overestimate Fever the Ghost.
Well, I'm just judging it based on the number of views their music videos have.
I mean, they have one... They're very much a one-hit wonder. Like, Source got really big because of the music video, but none of the other songs really have music videos, so to speak. It's an issue to even find lyrics for these songs.
Well, then maybe I will play some Fever the Ghost.
Why is there no Irish pride flag? Irish pride is a brand of butter, and not a nationalist thing.
It's also a brand of nationalism.
No, that would be republicanism. I'm incorrect. Irish pride is a brand of bread.
I wonder if it's any good.
Irish Spring is a brand of deodorant in the US.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
I've seen Irish Spring in the grocery store.
Pac-Man IRL, I believe the butter is called Kerrygold. Kerrygold is certainly the first brand of butter that pops to mind. And when you Google Irish butter, all of the results say Kerrygold, so it's probably Kerrygold.
I started this out planning it to be kind of green rolling hills, but based on the geology of these rocks, it looked more like the Utah desert, so I think I'm going to do that instead.
I got the impression of like a wind-beaten, a weather-beaten shore of like igneous rocks pointing out from grass. Have you ever read Inversnaid by Jared Manley Hopkins?
I haven't.
Inversnaid is a poem about the Scottish Highlands, and it describes like a damp, wet area, which is what the Scottish Highlands are. Yes, this darksome burn, horseback brown, the roll rock high road roaring down, in coop and comb, the fleece of his foam, flutes and low to the lakes fall home. A wind puff bonnet of fawn froth turns and twiddles over the broth of the pool, so pitch black fell frowning, it rounds and rounds, despair to drowning. Degged with dew, dappled with dew, are the groins of the braes that the brook treads through, wiry heath packs, flitches of fern, and the bed bunny ash that sits over the burn. What would the world be once bereft of wet and wellness? Let them be left. Oh, let them be left, wildness and wet. Long live the weeds and the wildness yet.
That kind of...
You think, wow, I love Fallen Living.
The kind of aesthetic of that poem reminds me of A Portrait of a Young Man. That whole book has very much a damp, wet aesthetic.
I hope you're not making the joke I think you are there.
I am not. I would never be horny about James Joyce.
Have you seen the letters to his wife, though?
I haven't.
Mm.
Since you seem so willing to say just about whatever you want, you could read some excerpts.
December 3rd, 1909. My darling little convert girl, there is some star too near for the earth, for I am still in a fever fit of animal desire. Today I stopped short often in the street with an exclamation whenever I thought of the letters I wrote you last night and the night before. They must read awful in the cold light of today. Perhaps their coarseness has disgusted you. I know you are a much finer nature than your extraordinary lover, and though it was yourself, you hot little girl, who first wrote to me saying that you were longing to be fucked by me, yet I suppose the wild filth and obscenity of my reply went beyond all bounds of modesty. When I got your express letter this morning and saw how careful you are of your worthless Jim, I felt ashamed of what I had written.
Yet now, night, secret sinful night has come down again on the world, and I am again writing to you, and your letter is again folded before me on the table. Do not ask me to go to bed, dear. Let me write to you, dear. As you know, dearest, I never use obscene phrases in speaking. You have never heard me, have you, utter an unfit word before others? When men tell in my presence hear filthy or lecherous stories, I hardly smile. Yet you seem to turn me into a beast. I was you yourself, you naughty, shameless girl, who first led the way. It was not I who first touched you long ago down Ringsend. It was you who slid your hand inside my trousers and pulled my shirt softly aside and touched my prick with your long, tickling fingers, gradually tucking it all, fat and stiff as it was, and frigged me slowly until I came through your fingers all the time. Who's James Joyce? This is the guy who wrote Ulysses.
Yeah, this is the guy who wrote Finnegan's Wake.
I can't read any more of James Joyce's slutty letters. This is what that post means when it said Mozart has been dead for like 149 slutty.
Actually, this isn't an incredible surprise, because if you read into like the subtext of Ulysses and Finnegan's Wake, there's a lot of themes about like being cucked and stuff like that.
No, Sybil and Alex, isn't it? Come on.
Max.
You know, think about the Max, that's it. Think about it chronologically. It's the Aeneid, the Iliad, the Odyssey, Super Mario Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and then the Simpsons episode called Homer's Odyssey. That's the chronological time of frame. Yeah. I've never read Homestuck, and to be honest, I don't intend.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me put my eraser. There it is. How intelligible is this sketch?
I'm gonna be honest, it looks like you have a bit too much graphite in your... It looks like a marble countertop.
Mm-hmm. I'm about to start inking after I do this last bit.
Hey Sybil, Homestuck is bad.
It is. Homestuck is bad, but it had interesting characters that teenagers related to against their better judgment.
Mein Kampf has interesting characters that teenagers relate to beyond their better interests. That doesn't mean it's...
How do you know that?
I keep cutting out at the end of my sentences.
You should...
Like,
Can you turn the gain up on your microphone?
mayhaps.
Sybil, Homestuck is bad, but the Homestuck franchise through FanWorks has become somewhat redeemed.
Han, no, you sent me a screenshot of a Homestuck related media of a game where you were deeply inhaling the fruits of a man's armpit.
Oh okay, wait. I agree with you. That was absolutely horrendous, and I hated it. But some parts of that work of media are very good. And they were written by different people.
How do you turn up the gain on a microphone?
It depends on what kind you have, but What kind are you using?
I think I accidentally broke my microphone.
I can hear you fine.
Delightful. I'm using a headset microphone.
Mm. Are there any dials on it or anything?
Nope.
Hmm. Hmm. Maybe just look in your devices. Maybe there's a settings menu there. Is it a Logitech one?
No, I got it off Amazon.
Hmm.
Oh, what are you talking about, Key? Mein Kampf has plenty of interesting characters. It's got the concept of international Jewry. That's a really interesting conspiracy theory.
Sweetheart. Sweetheart. My love.
Apparently it's called an MPOWHC. Xbox 360 not connected. My only options are remove advice. You know what? Fuck it, I don't care. I've got a Wacom drawing tablet, a broken pen that was a Christmas gift for an ex that I never gave to them.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Guy or G or whatever the fuck your name is, if the clown was a girl, it would be immensely good.
I disagree. No, regardless of their gender, I do not want to lick a clown's armpit after shitting and pissing all over myself.
I mean, if you had to lick someone's armpit after shitting and pissing all over yourself, would you rather it was a girl or a boy?
I'd rather not know. I'd rather be blindfolded.
That's like mad kinky.
No, it's not. Shut up. I don't want to know any of the details of the person I am performing that on.
Pissing is okay, according to Gigi.
Oh dear.
This is rapidly getting out of hand. I am so sorry, you've never had a stream go this direction.
Maybe you should start spouting Nazi rhetoric again so we can get off the topic of piss.
Oh no, I'll read about the Italian futurist food movement.
Actually, that would be a good idea because that is really funny.
The futurist movement recognized that people think, dream, and act according to what they eat and drink. So cooking and eating needed to become subservient to the proper aesthetic experience that futurism involved. Revolutionary in the expectations of overturning a set. I'm going to mute the stream because it's very hard to talk about myself. Revolutionary in its expectations of overturning set patterns, some of its more interesting ideas for the realm of cuisine were no more pasta as it causes lassitude, pessimism, and a lack of passion. Perfect meals requiring originality and harmony in table setting, including all implements, food aesthetic and tastes, and absolute originality in the food. Sculpted food, including meats whose main appeal is to the eye and imagination. Abolition of the knife and fork. The use of perfumes to enhance the tasting experience. The Manifesto of Futurist Cooking also proposed that the way in which meals were served should be fundamentally changed. For example, some food on the table would not be eaten, but only experienced by the eyes and nose. Food would arrive rapidly and contain many flavors, but only a few mouthfuls inside. All political discussion and speeches would be forbidden. Music and poetry would be forbidden except during certain intervals. One of the proposed settings for these perfect meals incorporated the futurist love of machinery. The diners would eat in a mock aircraft whose engine's vibrations would stimulate the appetite. The tilted seats and tables would shake out the diners' preconceived notions, while their taste buds would be overwhelmed by the highly original dishes listed on aluminum cards. Aluminium. I'm spending too much time around you, sweetheart. Traditional kitchen equipment will be replaced with scientific equipment, bringing modernity and science to the kitchen. Suggested equipment included What?
Ozonizers.
Ozonizers to give the food the smell of ozone, ultraviolet ray lamps to activate vitamins and other active properties, electrolyzers to decompose items into new forms and properties, colloidal mills to pulverize any food item, autoclaves, dialysizers, atmospheric and vacuum stills to cook food without destroying vitamins, chemical indicators or analyzers to help the cook determine if sauces needed more salt, sugar, or vinegar. The Italian public was not won over by Marinetti's manifestos regarding cuisine. In fact, immediately following its publications, the Italian press broke into uproar. Doctors were measured in their response, arguing that habitual consumption of pasta was fattening and recommending a varied diet, but the Duke of Bavino, mayor of Naples, was firmer in his views. The angels in paradise, he told a reporter, eat nothing but vermicelli a pomodoro, fine spaghetti with tomato sauce. Marinetti replied that this confirmed his suspicions about the monotony of paradise. The futurists amused themselves and outraged the public by inventing preposterous new dishes, most of which were shocking due to their unusual combinations and exotic ingredients. For example, mortadella with nougat or pineapples with sardines. Marinetti wanted Italians to stop eating foreign food and stop using foreign food words. A bar should be called a quispivi, literally one here drinks in Italian. A sandwich should be called a tre due, between two. A maître d'hôtel, a guardapadlet, palate guide, and so on. I'm intentionally losing control of my mouth the more Italian words I speak. Elizabeth Davids, a cookery writer, comments that Marinetti's ideas about food contained a German common sense, but behind his jesting lay the fascist obsession with nationalism. Marinetti wanted to prepare Italians for war. Spaghetti is no good for fighters, he declares. Example meals and dishes. Italian breasts in the sunshine, a futurist dessert that featured almond paste topped with strawberry, then sprinkled with fresh black pepper. Diabolical roses, deep-fried red rose heads in full bloom. Divorced eggs. Hard-boiled eggs are cut in half, their yolks are removed, and put on puree of tomatoes, and their whites on one of carrots. Milk in a green light. A large bowl of cold milk, a few teaspoons of honey, many black grapes, and several red radishes illuminated by a green light. The author suggested it served with a or cocktail of mineral water, beer, and blackberry juice. Tactile dinner. A multi-course meal featured in the Futurist Cookbook. Pajamas have been prepared for the... What? Pajamas have been prepared
Pajamas.
each one covered with a different material such as sponge, cork, sandpaper, or felt. As the guests arrive, each puts on a pair of the pajamas. Once all have arrived and are dressed in the pajamas, they are all taken into an unlit, empty room. Without being able to see, each guest chooses a dinner partner according to their tactile impression. The guests, this sounds like an excuse to feel up strangers, but okay. The guests then enter the dining room, which consists of tables for two, and discover the partner they have selected. Discover. I don't like the use of the verb discover there. The meal begins. The first course is polyrhythmic salad, which contains... Is this a shitpost?
It's real. This is real. This happened. This was an artistic movement. And it's a really good example that fascists are bad at art.
Have I ever explained to you the concept of an Irish coddle?
You haven't.
Okay. Coddle, sometimes Dublin coddle, is an Irish dish which is often made to use up leftovers, and therefore without a specific recipe. However, it most commonly consists of layers of roughly sliced pork sausages and rashers, thinly sliced, somewhat fatty back bacon, with chunky potatoes, sliced onion, salt, pepper, and herbs. Traditionally, it can also include barley. Codle is particularly associated with the capital of Ireland, Dublin. It was reputedly a favourite dish of the writers Sean O'Casey and Jonathan Swift, and appears in several references in Dublin, including the works of James Joyce. Hey, we're back to Jimmy. The dish is braised in the stock prepared by boiling pieces of bacon and sausages. The dish is cooked in a pot with a well-fitting lid in order to steam the ingredients left uncovered by the broth. The only seasonings are usually salt, pepper, and occasionally parsley. Codle will be considered an Irish comfort food, as it is inexpensive, easy to prepare, and quick to cook. It is often eaten in the winter month, in the days when Catholics were now not allowed to eat meat on Fridays. This meal was often eaten on Thursdays, and allowed the family to use up any remaining sausages and rashers. It's a big bowl of potatoes and sausages and bacon in like a salty broth. It's like eating a breakfast, a pale, sweaty breakfast out of a bowl of brine, and it's fucking delicious.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I used to really enjoy corned beef.
I have no idea what corned beef is.
Well, in America, with our sensitive cultural ideas, it's seen as an Irish food. It's brined beef.
Oh yeah, we get corned beef here, but we consider it an American thing.
Good. Recently, my mom made a huge deal of us having a big Irish dinner, and it was just,
Your family German?
No, we are mostly Swedish, but separated
Sweet.
by enough generations that we don't really have any heritage.
You're Mormon, so you come from a long line of scam artists.
That's true.
I feel like I'm louder than you in the stream. And that's an issue, because people should listen to your lovely voice and not my grotesque.
Your voice isn't grotesque. I love your voice. It's just because I'm far from my microphone. And if I turn the gain up, it just sounds bad, but I'll do it anyway.
I'm going to London in February, and I'm real excited to try the vegan sausage roll that Greg's. I also never realized that I have a slight lisp until I heard my own voice in the stream, and now I'm having an existential crisis.
You don't have a lisp. It's probably just the audio quality. My bitrate isn't very high.
I need to get a pop filter.
Same. Can you tell that this is a fence?
Yeah, it's quite. I'm quite annoyed by it. It's offensive.
I don't know. I'm kind of ambivalent.
Offense about it.
Yes.
Hey, sweetheart.
Hi.
Well, okay. Would you like to hear us?
Hero what?
Would you like to hear a story?
Absolutely.
Okay, so, you know me, and you know I love popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
So I went looking for a popcorn machine on Amazon the other day, and I found this lovely, so I could have popcorn whenever I want. I found this lovely one on Amazon for like €20, and I was like, cool, I'll get that with Prime. I can have it tomorrow. And then because I'm a Prime user, they were like, hey, we've got this new service. It's called Amazon X, delivered in half an hour, or it's free. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. That's ludicrous. How can they even? That's not a sustainable business. Jeff Bezos, you've gone mad. You've gone mad with power. But it was a free trial, so I decided to try it. So I sat at home waiting for my stainless steel popcorn machine. And then 27 minutes later, exactly. Knock knock, open up the door. It's real with the non-stop pop-up and stainless steel. It turns out X really is going to give it to you.
Thank you.
And on that note, I'm gonna go out and have a. Hey, Gigi, fuck you, kid, you useless lesbian.
Don't get mad at my friends / viewers. I need their hits. I need their views.
Yeah, all 4 of them. One of them is me, and the other one is you. I'm gonna go have a cigarette. I'll be right back.
Okay. What do y'all think of this drawing so far? I wasn't thinking of Appalachia. This is the Utah desert to me. The Utah desert is mostly sand, so there is a lot of sedimentary rock. And a lot of it is very orange, which I enjoy. This song is about trying to keep your faith in an uncaring world. I've been experimenting with different ways to draw foliage, and this is a pretty interesting way, I think. Because drawing individual leaves is hard. As a rule, I like putting more detail in areas that are supposed to be darker, because shadows just make that contrast and it makes stuff look busier. So I just translate that into the being more stuff being visible. I've got a bottle of orange juice, all biggin'. Let me see if I can find that album Ali wanted me to play.
I still have a scar on the back of my hand from when my ex accidentally put out a cigarette in the back of my hand.
Oh my god.
This was like a year ago.
I have a big set of scars in my right hand that you can see on stream from when I got it stuck in a treadmill. I didn't feel much pain I didn't feel much pain at the time because it was technically a third-degree burn.
How did you manage that?
Well, I was 5 years old and my grandpa was running on the treadmill next to me. So I was just stroking it while it was running because I was a 5-year-old interested in tactile stimulation. And I got too careless. What's up?
You know, James Joyce's love letter.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos' sexts.
What would Jeff Bezos even sext about? Does he have personality?
In one message obtained by the Inquirer on newsstands today, Bezos wrote, "I love you, alive girl. I will show you with my body and my lips and my eyes very soon."
A live girl?
A live girl.
He called someone a live girl.
He called his wife a live girl. His soon-to-be ex-wife.
Oh, are they having divorce proceedings?
Yeah, he realized marriage was a union and he couldn't abide by. This song is real good, by the way.
Yeah. It's interesting that you're such a fan of Fever the Ghost, considering I'm a big fan of Felix Colgrave.
Well, I play music and you make art, so
It's pretty poetic.
it's like haiku. It rhymes.
Sure, that's how haikus work.
I'm singing along to the song, but because it's coming out of your stream, there's like a 10-second delay, so I'd be way back.
It would be great. What do you think of these bushes?
They're good.
Thank you. You're good as well.
Run, run to the moon, pulling back shape of two. Yeah, I'm way behind.
A karaoke stream is a fun idea. I've also wanted to do like audiobook streams. I'm probably gonna color this. I'm not sure whether to do it with watercolor or pencil though. Or I could use these fancy Copic
I'm a
markers.
slut for a good synth solo.
I'm a slut for my girlfriends.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Goodbye, Sybil.
Oh, Sybil is... It's very late.
Yeah,
Her, her world.
it's like the year 2395 in Eastern Europe at the moment.
More like 1962 or earlier. I didn't say the 40s because they actually hated Nazis back then rather than being them.
I mean, there were a lot of Eastern European Nazis.
Yeah.
I've just realized that the guy, what's his name from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the guy with the baby face, who hangs around with Andy Sam.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I've just realized he was in Paul.
Paul?
Paul is the Cornetto trilogy movie that's not part of the Cornetto trilogy. It's the non-Edgar Wright Cornetto trilogy movie, and therefore the worst one. It's a decent comedy movie in its own right. It's very American comedy, though, and I'm not a big fan of American comedy.
I want to hear a hot take. I recognize
Always.
that Hot Fuzz is a quote-unquote good movie, like it's made well, but I didn't like it very much.
Is that because it's a bit cops?
Yes, but also the comedy just didn't vibe with me that much. Maybe because I'm American.
The scene where the two detectives like come in and out of frame though, like that is one of the funniest scenes in any. And I'll find a gif of it. This bit reduces me to tears every time.
Mm-hmm. I will be honest. When I watched the movie, I didn't register that was a joke.
Oh, this is like, I have, you know Katie. Yeah, my friend Katie once convinced someone before watching it with them that Schindler's List was a comedy movie.
I remember
So
that.
they laughed at everything they thought was a joke. And as it became progressively clearer that it was not a comedy movie, he just sat there in deadpan silence.
I have a hard time filling landscapes that are partially flat. But learning how to do it is good, because I need to put some more variety in my work.
There was a joke there that I could have made, but did.
About being flat?
No, I'll DM you. The name of this song, by the way, is "A Parliament of Owls determines the fate of greater men no more than 5 stories above us in it."
I remember you telling me about it. That's a good joke, honey. It's good.
Were the Indiana Jones movies good?
In a very broad way, like they're just action adventure, real, you know. There isn't any like specificity to it. To really land anything.
What happened to your thumbnail? Are you okay?
Oh, that's ink.
Oh, okay,
Remember
yeah.
that picture I took?
Yeah, yeah. This is the titular track of the EP Crab and Honey, but it's arguably a weak.
Speaking of music criticism,
Go on.
Anthony Fontano is a moron.
Yeah. How so? I know what you mean, but what has he done this time?
I'm speaking mostly about his reviews of Be the Cowboy by Mitski and Spirit Phone by Neil Cicierega. His Spirit Phone review is fucking embarrassing because he doesn't get any of the jokes.
Yeah, but he was in Shrek Retold, so...
Yeah, he was. This drawing is shaping up pretty well. Maybe just the camera.
Someone's just sent me this image, and I'd like you to show it on stream. I've just deleted it by accident. There we go.
Do you know the context of that image?
Nope. Haven't a fucking dozy, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm not a big fan of vegan meat substitutes, to be honest.
The thing about a sausage roll is a sausage roll is entirely dependent on the pastry and the seasoning. Like, the actual meat of a sausage roll doesn't contribute to it in any way. I asked my French friend Emma what the French for sausage roll was, and she said we don't really have a word for any kind of pastry that's that great.
That is a very French way to do it. Thinking about it, it might be interesting to not do line work for the background and just have it be filled in with watercolor or something.
Yeah, kind of at a depth of field.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't used my watercolors in a while. It would be fun to get them out again.
They're currently playing Doom 2 on AGDQ. But the lighting looks really strange. It's like all in black and white. Oh, I think that was an effect on the screen. Yes, okay. I am dumb. I've never played... My first Doom game was Doom 2016 because I'm a fake gamer.
I was an idiot 5 years ago and bought Doom 2 on Steam.
Good job.
Well, it's there now. Honestly, I didn't find it that good. The level design does not age well.
I'm not a big proponent of judging art as a product of its time.
Well, I mean...
So I think old games are bad.
Yeah, that's true by modern standards. It's just that the industry develops and gaming is a new medium that is very much in flux.
Paintings from the medieval era suck.
That's also true.
Like, I don't believe in judging them as products of the time. I think they just suck. Like, technically and subjectually, they are boring.
I just realized the left edge of this is not filled out. It is curved because I am not level with it.
Oh no.
So
Oh
I'll just fill
yes,
it in.
you are correct. Also, half of the screen is the "We are beginning soon," and there's a massive black bar in the middle of the screen.
That's intentional.
Ah.
It's art. I just
Ah.
put some extra stuff there to fill in the space. It's not a bug, it's a feature.
Yeah, of course, yeah. What album are we gonna play next?
I'm not sure. What do you think?
I was thinking some Mike Kroll, but I'm not sure.
I'm not familiar. I think the foreground is done.
Stick on whatever you like. It's your stream.
All right. Check my playlists. Oh, that's a good idea. I'll put on Songs About My Wife by Justin Kuritzkis.
How about we listen to H. John Benjamin's Experimental Jazz?
That's a good idea, but I am worried about that being copyrighted.
Don't want nothing. All I want is a fucking bride. I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing. All I want is a fucking
Jazz reminds me of my dad.
want nothing. I don't want nothing. I don't
Also, ska punk reminds me of my dad.
The Catholic Church reminds me of my father because it's no longer present in my life.
Hmm.
nothing. All I want is a fucking bride. All I want is a fucking bride. All I want is a fucking bride. Someone who will change my life and hold me in her arms. All I want
I'm gonna grab my watercolors and a small glass of water for the watercolors.
So I guess I'm entertaining the stream now. What's up, lesbians?
All I want is a fucking bride.
I really want to get that Sean and Jen enamel pin, the one that glows in the dark.
All I want is a fucking bride. All I want is a fucking chance to woo you and hold you, my dear. A chance to be with you and love you. It's clear that you and me were meant to be, meant to be, meant to be. You and me were meant to be man and wife, my dear, man and wife, my dear. All I want is a chance to woo you and hold you, my lovely darling. A chance. What does it cost to just give me a chance to hold you and love you like a husband? Just give me a chance to be your husband.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I wasn't very entertaining for the stream, unfortunately. Someone left.
Oh dear.
I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing. All I want is a fucking bride. All I want is a fucking bride.
Okay, let's get
All I want is a
cracking.
fucking bride. Someone
get this
who will
art.
change my life and hold me in her arms.
Which one of these brushes is the smallest? Here we go. What a mess. Colors are not very visible.
All night with my wife. I wanna just dance all night with my wife. I wanna dance all night with my wife, girl. I wanna just dance all night with my wife.
This is not intended to be watercolor paper.
My wife.
Yeah, is that tracing paper you're using?
I'm not sure.
Dance with me. I'm trying to dance.
I'll make it work.
My wife, can't you see? You think I'm gonna throw it away for one night?
Cheers, love. My name's Tracy. I'm T-racist. I voted for Brexit.
Yeah.
I don't like how enthusiastic about that you are.
I'm
Gigi
more.
says she prefers buttons to pins, which is a valid opinion. I have a cool leather jacket, as all lesbians should, covered in pins and buttons, and I'm a big fan.
I'm also a big fan of that jacket.
Andrea, get out here.
You should borrow it off me sometime.
Okay,
Jacket, that is.
we can do that.
I'll send it over to you, and it'll get lost in the post along with your.
Yeah. That means we're like storing all that stuff in a buffer, so it gets to me all at once. It's extra exciting.
Do you know when the album's gonna?
What album?
The Crab and Honey.
Oh, I should check after the stream.
Yep, that's a good plan. I don't have any gay ones. I have one that says separate church and state, but my parents are openly homo and transphobic, so I don't have any of that. Just for
These colors look really bad on camera.
looks like piss yellow.
It does. It's part of my brand.
I thought it was Alex who said that piss was good.
It was Gigi. And
Oh,
her
yeah.
name is Max, not Alex.
What? Listen, if Donald Trump can call his national security advisor John Bolton Mike to his face, then I can call some people that I've never met or talked to a similar sounding name.
I'm a father, you're a mother, still got time to be loved.
I apologize profusely to both Maxes who I have called Alex.
Even though we got a baby, still got time to get crazy. When the baby's asleep,
The song has really good lyrics.
father, you're a mother, still got time to be lovers. 7 days a week. I'm a father, but that don't mean I can't be bothered to love you, girl. You're a mother, and I can't wait to discover your body, girl. 'Cause I know we got a little one, changing diapers till the day is done. But when that day is done, it's time to get it done, girl.
It's immensely fucked up that they gave the piranha plant legs in Smash Bros.
Why?
I just don't like the implication
What's the implication?
that it's growing through the pot, or, even more disturbingly, that the pot is part of its bloody.
It's time we made another one.
I mean, plants can't feel pain.
Only one way it gets done.
No plants are capable of screaming.
Another one.
Not yet.
Only one way it gets done. We gonna get 7 in this motherfucker. Gonna be 7th heaven in this motherfucker. We gonna get 7 in this motherfucker.
Who is Petey
Like
Piranha?
7 or 11 in this motherfucker.
Piranhas aren't plants.
7 in this
Piranhas are fish.
7th heaven in this motherfucker. Even though we got a baby, still got time to get crazy. When the baby's asleep,
Hey. The Senate bill seeking to criminalize boycotts of Israel, introduced by Marco Rubio, fails.
Good.
We in this country, we have a legal ban on all goods produced on occupied Palestinian land.
That's very good.
father, you're a mother, still got time to be lover. Can't be a lover. When we came home from the hospital, girl, you look so fine. And you know, all I wanted was just some of your time. And it made sense to me that all you could think about was a baby. But it's been 2 weeks, and girl, you know I'm going crazy.
It's starting to look better on stream. The soil in the Utah desert is very high in iron, which gives it a red coloration.
When the baby's asleep,
And that extends to the geology of the region as well.
still got time to be lovers. 7 days a week. Even though we got a baby, still got time to get crazy. When the baby's asleep. Baby sucking that nip, give daddy a turn. Baby sucking that nip, give daddy a turn. Give daddy a turn, girl. Baby sucking that nip, give daddy a turn. Baby's licking that nip, give daddy a turn.
I wish Fall at New Vegas took place further up the Colorado River,
Wanted to get into you. You know that is what
'cause-
I'm into.
Well, then it wouldn't be in Vegas, would it?
well then it can be somewhere else because New Vegas, well, Las Vegas sucks and New Vegas also sucks.
How dare you? How dare you?
Hey guys,
I meant the city within the fiction.
shut up, Ringo.
Hmm.
We're not recording the bloody baby song. I'm telling you, it's ahead of its time.
This looks pretty good. Should add a little more color. down here.
Sybil was showing off her cool black denim jacket in the Sad Gang server if you're interested.
I've seen it. It's very good. Probably give the rocks a more red tone to distinguish them.
That's a good idea.
You know, it was also a good idea.
What's that?
Falling in love with you.
Oh.
You can't deny my compliments on stream. This is my dominion.
Do you want to see something cursed?
Sure.
To you there.
It's much more red on stream than it actually looks. I'm confused by that image. Why does it exist? Maybe I should turn down the color intensity. That looks more reasonable. But it makes my hands look kinda vampiric.
Sanguine.
The opposite of sanguine.
Grandma,
Anemic.
Grandma, I'm sick. Grandma, you are old woman. What you need heart for? I am famous musician. I have things to do, Grandma. You have good heart, but no life. I have great life, but no heart. Give your heart to me, Grandma. Sign it away in your will.
Justin Kritzkus, the author of this album, by the way, is the Potion Seller guy.
Stingy with your heart.
From what?
The video, Potion Seller.
Nobody likes you. Nobody will tell you this, but I will tell it to you right now because it's the truth, Granny.
Are you familiar?
We'll hate you, Granny. Give me your heart. It will be the one good thing you've done with your life. Redeem yourself in the eyes of the family. Give your heart to its shining star. Me. I need your heart, Grandma. I will take it from you whether you give it to me or not. So just make it easy. Grandma.
Sorry.
All the time.
No, I'm unfamiliar. I'm also very tired. It's been a long.
Oh, okay. You can go to bed whenever you like.
No, I have to stay up because I promised people I'd play Counter Strike anyway.
Oh. I'm gonna play Potion Seller on stream.
Hello, Potion
And
Seller.
also send you a link.
I am going into battle, and I want your strongest potions. My potions are too strong for you, traveler. Potion Seller, I tell you I'm going into battle, and I want only your strongest potions. You can't handle my potions. They're too strong for you. Potion Seller, listen to me.
Wow,
Not only your
sweetie,
strongest potions.
I love Rebecca Sugar's artwork.
My potions would kill you, traveler. You cannot
What?
handle my potions.
Oh, you
Correct.
DM'd me.
Potion Seller,
Mm.
I'm going into battle, and I need.
I knew it was gonna be this general subject.
My strongest potions will kill you, traveler. You can't handle my strongest potions. You better go to a seller that sells weaker potions.
It is not the Ed, Edd and Eddie Yowie porn, but it is a reference to the Ed, Edd and Eddie Yowie.
Now,
Why did you bother DMing it to me if you just said it out loud?
Because Max
do what you
asked.
ask, traveler. My strongest potions will kill a dragon, let alone a man. You need a seller that sells weaker potions, because my potions are too strong. Potion seller, I'm telling you, I need your strongest potions. I'm going into battle. I'm going to battle and I need your strongest potions. You can't handle my strongest potions. No one can.
Should have gotten a
My
rag to
strongest
dab this
potions are
with.
fit for a beast, let alone a man. Potion seller, what do I have to tell you to get your potions? Why won't you trust me with your strongest potions, Potion Seller? I need them if I'm to be successful in the battle. I can't give you my strongest potions because my strongest potions are only for the strongest beings and you are of the weakest. Well, then that's it, Potion Seller. I'll go elsewhere. I'll go elsewhere for my potions. That's what you'd better do. I'll go elsewhere for my potions and I'll never come back. Good. You're not welcome here. My potions are only for the strongest and you're clearly not of the strongest, you're clearly the weakest. You've had your say, Potion Seller, but I'll have mine. You're a rascal.
You're a
You're
rascal.
with no respect for
This
knights.
video.
No respect for anything except your potions. Why respect knights when my potions can do anything that you can?
I'm using too much water. It's making the colors look a little too blotchy. I suggested trying watercolor to you once because it's relatively like imprecise in terms of dexterity.
Because I'm bad with the hand.
I wish I could just hand you the brush right now.
My fursona is a badger, and she was recently culled by a large farmer to halt the spread of bovine tuberculosis.
Same.
think the red of the soil is too similar to the brown you're using for the posts there.
That's why I'm mixing a little bit of blue into it to make a more muted brown. Color theory.
Color theory is a synonym of race realism.
Hmm. Is my art racist now? Oh dear.
Mhm.
I just realized how you would be seeing this particular image. I'm a little embarrassed about how limited my color scheme is so far. More music.
It's probably a good
What?
shout.
You are the only person who thinks otherwise. Please, Grandma. You know it is the right thing to do. Look into your heart and give it to me. Girl, I know
I'm gonna go check something. I'll be right back.
Okay.
for too long to get the truth. And you gotta know how hard it is to say it. And I don't know how we gonna play it. Because after this,
I return.
Hi. I love you.
I love you too.
Oh.
gonna change. Everything's gonna change. Girl, I don't know how you gonna keep me with you. Now that you know change. I don't know how you can look at me in the night when I come home. Change. Girl, I just wanna be open and lay my cards right on the floor. Change. Girl, I just wanna be telling you everything so that you know. Change. I slept with a man, it's not what I planned, but he took my hand. Now I understand how someone could feel that love is real, but it's not for me. You're still my lady. Girl, I know that you're shaking, 'cause it's hard to hear the truth.
I have a friend called Maddie, and she calls me Ali. And one time, for emphasis, she messaged me like Alice, full stop, and I didn't know what Maddie was short for, so I just replied with Madu.
With what?
Madu.
Madu.
Like, Yeah, like if Matty is short for Matthew, Maddie is short for Madhu. See, I thought it was Madison as well, but apparently it's not, and it's not Madeline either, so I don't know what.
It might not be an abbreviation.
Maybe.
Like, my mom is named Tammy, and her name isn't Tamara.
My mom is called Deirdre.
Mixing orange with this blue is making an actually interesting shade of brown.
Everything in this image is brown.
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning earlier.
If you fuck with my family, I will kill your fucking dog. I will crush its fucking paws. I will get it with my claws. If you fuck with my family, I will kill your fucking son. I will shoot him with a gun. He will not have
What are we listening to? I'm kind of uncomfortable with the subject matter of this song.
I'll skip it.
drown her in some water.
This song is called Fuck You Blood.
Ah, yes, I remember this one.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when Night Shyamalan did a movie about how having dissociative identity disorder gave you super?
Yeah.
I like that you can still kind of tell what I'm trying to say, even though I cut off at the end of my words. Like I should really just keep holding down the push to talk button for a few seconds, even after I stop talking.
Wait. You've been in push to talk this whole time?
I'm always in push to talk.
Then there isn't a problem with your gain, you just need to release the button later. Gee willikers.
Yeah, the Chad push to talk versus the Virgin voice activated. The real, like, expanded universe is having a vibration detector placed against your throat, and that's how it tells that you're talking.
Hmm.
Expanded universe, expanded galaxy brain.
Expanded universe. The real Star Wars Extended Universe option.
Britain is leaving the extended universe this year.
Britain is no longer canon.
I'm tweeting that.
You don't respect the blood, she don't respect your love, she never get enough. But you get enough of me. Blood on the battlefield, blood on the battlefield, blood on the battlefield, blood on the battlefield, baby. Blood on the battlefield, baby.
Utah, because of its geology, also has lots of big mesas because the area used to be underwater.
Ireland used to be a volcanic hotspot.
Respect your love, respect your love. But I'm the kind of guy who will respect your love.
Bye, Max.
Oh. Everyone's leaving.
There are currently 4 people watching this stream.
Oh, hot dog. I'm really hitting it big now.
Your blood, fuck your blood. You know I wanna fuck your blood. You know I wanna fuck your blood. You know I wanna.
I'm really glad I'm playing a song where the title and chorus is Fuck Your Blood.
Hmm. This is just about a man who's really into black pudding.
I'm glad you went for the more complicated joke there.
Never gonna be another like you. Never gonna be another one for me. Even though sometimes I didn't like you. You're the one who showed me what my love could be. Now I gotta live alone. Our house will never be my home. Now you're gone forever.
The last 2 songs in this album are really depressing, so I'm gonna put something else on. Keep smudging the paint. That's fine. I'll just crop it out. Horizon Zero Dawn takes place in the Utah desert for the most part.
Horizon Zero Dawn is a really pretty game. I can't wait till it gets ported to PC.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I can't justify buying a PlayStation 4 for the 3 exclusive games that I want.
Bloodborne, Horizon Zero Dawn, and
I want to steal a copy of Red Dead Redemption because I don't want to give Activision Blizzard my money, but also I want to play the game just to see what all the who.
Wait, Activision Blizzard?
No, I just can't. Rockstar. I couldn't
Okay.
remember the name.
It was really fun going around the world of Horizon Zero Dawn and seeing places I've been.
I imagine so.
Like, I didn't even know it was in that area when I had the game. So, finding out through my...
You no longer have it.
Oh, I mean, I do. I mean, when I played it. Just going through the world and slowly recognizing stuff that I've seen before in real life was really fun. Like, I got to visit Delicate Arch, which is a place I've been. It's also a very interesting geological formation. Because the sandstone in Utah is very weak structurally, it's prone to interesting erosion. A lot of arches.
Oh, I remember this place in Minecraft. When your hand is not in the shot, the colors change dramatically.
Yeah, I don't know how to turn that off. Adjust the camera. I think it's about done. Actually, I could use a little more foliage in the background.
It looks a lot more colorful without your hand in the shot. It's strange.
Oh, when my hand is in the shot, it looks more accurate to real life. Thinking about the Utah desert reminded me of Georgia O'Keeffe, and that made me think about turquoise. That made me think about the scene in Rick and Morty where they have a faux nihilistic speech about nothing matters, don't go in the desert and make turquoise, come watch TV and do nothing, because doing nothing is the most intelligent mode of action.
Rick and Morty is a show written by sad men about how being smart makes you sad, and the writers think that because they are sad that they are smart.
Remember that one time they were like, no, I'm allowed to use the R slur. It's actually good. I made a whole scene about it. think it's about done.
Looks good.
You look good.
Oh yeah.
Hmm. Oh, that was almost 2 hours. That was fast. Thank you for doing this with me, honey.
Thank you.
Gonna stop the stream.
That's a good call.
Goodbye, all.